and welcome viewers. I am Pia and you're watching NewsX. We will be focusing on a rather positive news that is coming in from India at this point of time. India has registered 89.5 million digital transactions in the year 2022 and has topped the list of digital payments across the world. As per data from mygov.india.in, India has accounted for 46% of global real-time payments. Of course, as India tops the list, let's also look at the other 4 crucial countries on this list. Second on the list is Brazil, which amounted to 29.2 million transactions, and this is followed in fact by China with 17.6 million transactions and Thailand with 16.5 million digital transactions. After this, South Korea ranks number 5th with 8 million worth of digital transactions. Additionally, what is interesting to note, viewers, at this point of time is that the digital payment transactions happening in India is more than 4 other leading countries combined. This is of course a significant development that is taking place in our country, especially as we're looking at moving towards a cashless economy. With me on the broadcast is Dr. Sharad Kohli as well as Akash Jindal, who are sitting live with us. Thank you, sirs, for joining us on the broadcast. I'd like to pose my very first question to Dr. Kohli. What do you make of this development? India has 89.5 million digital transactions that are taking place over the course of last year. What is your reaction to this?
Well, Pia, I would like to react it in 2 capacities. One, of course, is the common citizen of the country. I would be elated on hearing this, and as an economist, I think this is absolutely marvelous news because the extent of fintech development in India is unparalleled. I mean, nobody comes close to us. We are doing 9 crores, close to 9 crore transactions in a year, and the nearest rival is Brazil, which is 1/3 of us. So there's no competitor. I mean, we don't have anybody near us also. In fact, we are more than the combined of the rest of the 4. Well, this only shows that how much progress we have made over the last few years in financial technology. And you know, I must mention here, Pia, which will be of interest to the NewsX viewers, that the big is yet to come. I have become amongst the first users of the digital rupee, the e-rupee. So we are moving to an era I remember when the 2000 rupee note announcement was made on 19th of May. I was amongst the first to speak on your channel also, that if somebody is ruling about, the 2000 rupee note being gone, wait for the next 2 to 3 years when all your currency notes will be gone, because I can show you the app on my phone right now. I got an e-rupee app where I have these notes in the form of electronic pictures with a serial number, with an RBI serial number also. I think absolutely, the best part of these numbers, Pia, is that we are doing transactions worth 15 lakh crore rupees every month. I mean, if I convert this number of transactions to value, it is close to 15 lakh crore a month. This is by way of, whether it is by way of UPI, we are using a debit card, we are using credit card, we are using wallets, and then of course online banking. Let's keep online banking apart from digital money. All the digital money platforms combined together are doing a wonderful job, and the biggest takeaway for me is, Pia, that even the rural population in India, I must mention here, has played a significant role in these numbers. It is not just limited to Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bengaluru, Kolkata. No, this is moved on from tier 2, tier 3 cities to the villages in the country. I think that should be heartening news for the government and for the people. And another very interesting aspect, Pia, about this is that the more these numbers, the faster it spreads, because this has got a very, very strong word of mouth propulsion. The moment somebody does, he said, I did this transaction, so it's so easy. You pick up your smartphone. Another important aspect here, that the smartphone penetration in our country, out of 143 crore population, as of now, is merely 50%. We have about 70 crore or a little more than that smartphones. You can imagine the potential that the day we cross 100 crore smartphones in our country, you can imagine these numbers to be mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. I think a matter of pride for India, a matter of pride for fintech industry in India, and the world must learn a lesson today that how a population which was so far called illiterate, it was so far called poor, a land of snake charmers, if they can do so well in fintech, I think it's a mirror to be shown to some of the most developed countries around the world, Pia.
Indeed, Dr. Kohli, I'd also like to rope in Mr. Akash Jindal, another senior economist who's joining us on the broadcast. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. You know, Dr. Kohli in fact mentioned about how, digital transactions have transcended the rural-urban divide in the country, and even as India is moving towards 5G networks and installing 5G networks across the country, how do you think this whole digital transaction ecosystem will grow in the coming years? Indeed, Mr. Jindal, we have a lot to look forward to as far as our digital payment ecosystem is concerned. Meanwhile, we're getting some rather important news which is coming in from Gujarat at this point of time. The Gujarat Anti-Terror